What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. We got the Rod Knock Drift G here at the house. You can see it's actually pretty clean. I don't know if I showed it off too much in the last video, but we got Dylan's Dragon Ball shift knob from the G70Z in this thing because this thing didn't come with a shift knob. Got the VSXs on the car. These are supposed to be on the G50Z, and you can see the fitment is no bueno. So this thing has like a 35 millimeter spacer. I think I can run like a 30 or maybe even a 25, but that'll make it so I can lower the front and not get so much this stuff right here. But if you guys watched the last video, you guys know that this front of the car has coilovers, the rear doesn't. That's why there's a huge gap in the rear and sort of huge gap in the front. That being said, I got some stance coilovers. So if you guys are OG, you guys remember the purple Drift Z I had a couple years ago. I actually ended up selling that to my buddy, and these are the coilovers that were on it. So I basically got my old coilovers that I had on my old purple 350Z. These are actually really good coilovers. The guy I bought the purple Z from actually bought these like pretty much brand new and instantly rod knocked, and then I bought it rod knocked, put a new engine in it, and I drifted it for a little bit, and then I ended up selling them to Cam. If I remember correctly, these coilovers are actually in pretty good condition. It's a little wobbly and stuff. I can fix that, adjust the preload a little bit, but I want to install these on this car just because I want it to look a little bit more presentable. I drove this car home because I'm actually not 100% sure that this car is rod knocked. The car basically drove 3 hours home back to Vancouver without a problem. The knock didn't get louder, and the knock just goes away after a certain RPM. Like, I know it's most likely a rod knock, and it's definitely bad and probably unrepairable in my standard because I could just get a new engine, but it hasn't seemed to got any worse. Here, I'll give you a startup. This is a cold startup in the G35. See, it has 130K, which makes it just so weird that it's rod knocked. See, it sounds fine. If any of you guys have a 350Z or a G35 with any amount of miles over like 170,000 miles, you guys know that eventually it starts getting the notorious timing chain rattle. So when you start the car up, you hear like a tiny rattle, and that's because the timing chain guides get a little loose, so it has a little bit of play in the timing chain, and it makes that rattle. If you have a 240 and anything with like a KA dual cam, you definitely know that sound because it's literally impossible. Every 240 I've ever had has had the timing chain guide rattle. And on a 240, you could just take off the guides and then it stops that noise. But on this car, I don't know if it's that, and it's not as easy as it is on a 240. So, but what I'm getting to is that the noise that I'm hearing sounds identical to the timing chain rattle on startup. The only difference is that it's not on startup and it's all the time. You can barely hear it. It doesn't get faster during revs and stuff. It's just like a consistent rattle. It doesn't feel down on power, and it hasn't gotten louder. See, like any rod knock car that I've ever had, you could not drive it 3 hours home. So we're gonna head to the shop right now. I have a clutch alignment tool for the G50Z engine, and I can put the clutch and clutch plate on the new engine for that, and hopefully we can get that engine inside the car today. Sheesh, this place is a mess. We've been parting out cars so far. Give you a little update on the cars we got. Dylan's Drift 350Z, this should have a tarp over it because it's raining right now, but a few videos back we got this thing for super cheap, basically free. Around like a couple $100 after he sold some parts on it. But it's got coils, wheels. This is basically the equivalent to my G35. Super cheap 6-speed drift car. A funny little thing we did to this thing. So this is a G35 coupe 6-speed CDO9 car, a 2006 or 2005. You can see that it has the wheels from the G50Z on it. We just wanted to do this for fun. We thought there was a car meet yesterday, so we wanted to pull up in this. Turns out it was Saturday, so maybe we'll go to the car meet in this thing and it'll be pretty funny. Just because it's lifted on extremely bust down wheels, I think it's pretty funny. We kind of did a little, little wide body action. This side looks a lot cleaner, so way cleaner. Actually fits pretty good. This right here is a true 2006 CDO9 G35. Both these cars were rev ups. That's why it doesn't have the Brembos. My G35 6-speed coupe on the other side of the building is a Brembo car because it is a 03 non-rev up. So this thing, you can see manual CD09. I'm gonna steal the hub off of that very, very soon, but this thing's a little beat up. This is gonna be a fully part out car. If anybody needs any coupes or CD09 transmission, this is a really, really, really good candidate for parts. This thing has a blown rev up. Obviously rev ups blow up just looking at them, but it has the tan interior, which is actually pretty clean, but I know a lot of people don't really like the tan interior. The interior on this thing is immaculate. So what is this? Does this look familiar to anyone? Do those look familiar? I'll give you guys a couple seconds to guess. This is a Mark IV Super front bumper and headlights. I'll just leave this right here. I'm not really going to explain what this is for, but let's say it maybe is along with Dylan's RX-7 FD. So we have some weird issues going on with the G70Z. The hood latch situation is really weird because on a G37, it has two latches. So you can't just extend one latch like I did on my car. So I think the problem, or maybe the solution to this thing, is going to be hood pins. I'm not too big of a fan of hood pins, but if we get some low profile ones, we can make that work and still look sexy. What do we have here? Is this a Mark IV Super wing on the G70Z, Dylan?
Yeah, it looks good, dude.
Dude, it looks amazing. How you doing, buddy? Did you get me any food?
You can have half my food.
I'm hungry.
What I'm thinking is we could push the push the carport back, and then we'll have a little more distance to go back, because there's like 10 feet behind that.
Oh yeah, we can push the carport back far. The employee of the month's back. How you doing, buddy?
Hey man, what's my reward?
We got Popeyes in there.
Oh shit.
Give him a right hand shake.
Oh, okay.
What?
That's the left hand shake. I think that's what he meant.
No, don't give.
Oh, okay.
Damn, that's fucked up. It's okay though.
This is nice.
Yeah.
Does it work?
Yeah, it worked perfect.
Oh,
Just
nice.
got restored thanks to old Pops, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out, Pops.
3,100 PSI.
How many miles?
I think about 150K or so.
Okay.
But only 80K on the engine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so it's been swapped.
Yeah, actually, we're gonna do a front end swap on this. We're gonna put a Riboy front end instead of the Honda.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's kind of weird.
yeah.
See, I thought we were putting the Mark IV Super front end on this
We
thing.
could do that. No.
It's just, we'd need a lot of Bondo. Dude, the new turbo came in for the F350. Oh, wait.
No, this F350.
Oh, okay. Here, put it on. Wait.
Show 'em how-
Is that going to fit?
show 'em how
I think we need some couplers.
to- No, just rivet it and zip tie it. That'll be
The
perfect.
boosted Honda.
Now I can say I got a boosted Honda.
We got the coilovers on the rear of the G35. Just busted it out real quick. This is the coilovers on max low. So I can take out the collars and the little helper spring, and that'll drop about 1 inch, which is kind of what I'm looking for. We didn't put the front coilovers just because I have the 35 or 30 millimeter spacer on it. I tried to put the 15 millimeter spacer on and it didn't clear the Brembos, literally like a millimeter didn't clear. So I'm gonna order some 20 millimeter spacers, and then I can put the front coilovers on and then dump it and then roll these fenders. We rolled the rear and it actually turned out really good. But I mean, for now, I think it's all right. I really don't like the poke in the front. I can still run those camber arms, but I might as well wait for the spacers, everything to come in so I can run those. But yeah. Right now, Dylan's backing up the trailer because the R32 Skyline is being sold today. If you guys didn't know anything about this thing has a blown head gasket. Dylan got it for really cheap and he's selling it for basically double what he got it for. So we're putting it on the trailer and then he's delivering it to the new owner. Hopefully he gives him full price and doesn't lowball him or anything, but we're gonna say goodbye to the R32. Are you gonna be sad that the Skyline's going?
Yeah, but did you even show them the front end that I have?
Oh, I did earlier in the video.
Okay, well that's for like 20 videos to come.
Yeah, the Mark IV
That's
front
why I'm
end.
not upset.
Yeah. Earlier in this video, I talked about how this is Dylan's Drift Z. So me and Dylan actually came up to a conclusion because Tristan's been working so hard at VQ Supply. He's been just helping us out when we need it. He's basically like a part-time employee. But me and Dylan came to the conclusion that we wanted to give this to Tristan. It's a CD09 350Z. It runs and drives. It's stuck in limp mode, but it's an easy project for him. I mean, a free 350Z is dope either way. So he's gonna be able to put this together and drift, and Tristan's gonna be able to be a part of the squad. Peace out, buddy. all this thing has done has been sitting under this port for the last 6 months, so.